What's going on, y'all? I'm here to talk about the buffs and changes I've made for Alolan Ninetales. Cantonian Ninetales will have their own video, but they will have the same abilities, but instead of Magic Bounce, they'll have Magic Guard, and they'll be Fire Fairy types. Magic Guard will give them no recoil, overheat, no recoil, eternal beam, and stuff like that. But that'll be their own video. So Ninetales has really cool tools with these three abilities, but before I can get into explaining the thought process behind them, I mean, all three of them make a lot of sense. I don't think I need to talk about it too much, but before I get into explaining how the changes function, I want to have a quick disclaimer for new viewers to read the description. I've got a bullet point list explaining the basics of the ROM hack, and then I also recommend you check out the move guide. If you look on screen, it's all organized into categories, so if you pause, when you're done with the video, I'd recommend just going to the Google Sheet link down below and looking at that yourself. I would recommend you just scroll through in order, and it goes through all the moves in the game. So, yeah. Ninetales, super cool. So Snow Wording is good or reliable, right? It's, you got your Aurora Veil, you got your Blizzard, you got your defense boost, which makes them really tanky because their speed def is super high already, and you've got a really good phys def stat with Snow Warning up, and fun stuff like that. You've got reliable recovery and Moonlight now. I don't know if they get that in vanilla. I mean, all Pokemon in this game for the most part get healing moves. So yeah, Wish or Moonlight, both are really good. You've got good debuffing options like Aurora Beam and Disarming Voice, which drop attack and special attack by -1. Chilling Water and Dismal Cry do the same thing. But yeah, Aurora Veil's obviously very good. So that's Snow Warning. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It also activates your allies' abilities. It gives you 100 power Weather Ball before you get access to Blizzard, which is stronger than Ice Beam and Frost Breath. It gives you Weather Ball on Ice type on any of your special attackers, because all special attackers get Weather Ball and Terrain Pulse now. It can activate Slush Rush, like I said. It can do all sorts of things. It can override other weather. For example, if there's a boss fight that's using snow or rain, sun or rain or something, you can, use your Snow Warning to negate that. Serene Grace is very straightforward. The main thing with Serene Grace is Revelation Dance. So in this game, it's reworked to a 50% chance to boost your special attack, which it should be treated as if it's 0 for the player. You should never be like, for example, you should never run Magic Bounce, Revelation Dance, and try to get the boost. I mean, if you're only going to be using Ice Beam or Frost Breath instead, and you don't need a stronger ice move, you can try, but I would never plan around getting the boost in a Nuzlocke context, which is what the game is balanced around, right? You're supposed to be playing safely, so you're not supposed to really be risking the 50%. But with Serene Grace, you get a guaranteed boost, so you can do Choice Scarf Revelation Dance and just kind of spam that. You can also do Agility Revelation Dance and go for that as well. So, really, I mean, even like bulky Revelation Dance stuff you could try, but the main thing would just be offensive, speedy Revelation Dance. Very boring ability. I'm not a fan of how it plays, but it's good and it fits very well, of course. So, and there's only so many abilities I can give to things. So every once in a while, I have to give stuff I don't like. Like I don't like sweeping. I don't like stamina. I don't like shit like that. But I'll still give it to Pokemon because I mean this ROM hack is very self-indulgent. But at the end of the day, it's still like I still try to appeal to other stuff once in a while. So yeah, Snowboarding's great. Serene Grace is very obviously good with that Revelation Dance. It also has other small applications like Moonblast, having a guaranteed chance to drop attack and special attack with Serene Grace. Technically freezing stuff, but that's not ever gonna. That you should never abuse that as the player. AI can abuse that maybe, like Serene Grace Ice Beam and stuff. But like in general, you should never be playing like that. Weather Ball, Terrain Pulse, Eternal Beam all have a guaranteed chance to drop special attack. Special defense with Serene Grace, so that's a decent option. And you can also try to do some like flinch cheese with extra sensory, I guess, 60% chance to flinch at Serene Grace. But yeah, none of that is reliable. The only real useful thing is that a Revelation Dance, because even that Moonblast guaranteed drop is good and all. It's definitely good, and it could definitely be used, but you already have other moves that do the same thing that are weaker, which is like fine if you're just trying to debuff with Snow Warning and defensive stuff. And then lastly, you've got Magic Bounce, which is really straightforward. So the AI will often have like Taunt or Sleep moves or Paralysis moves to prevent you from setting up, and Magic Bounce stops that, so you can do defensive stuff like Baton Pass, utility stuff like Taunt, setup stuff like Calm Mind and Agility, and you can kind of just cheese the AI a lot with Magic Bounce. It's not a fun ability in my opinion for this Pokemon. I don't like it, but it does give you a lot of good utility, just being able to send back the AI into being forced into using certain moves, or just bouncing back a lot of utility moves that the AI will use against you. So that's all really good. Honestly, I could just end the fucking video here. There's not really too much else to talk about. It's a very straightforward change overall. It's bulky, it's fast, it can do Choice Scarf offensive, it can do setup offensive, it can do bulky Snow Warning, it can do utility Snow Warning, it can do offensive Snow Warning, all, Magic Bounce, whatever. Vulpix is now a Fairy type. It wasn't one before for some reason. And then you've got Slush Rush, which can be useful for mid-game early on, you know, up until you evolve at 27. Other cool stuff like Disable, Wish, I already covered. Baby Doll, Play Nice, those are both good debuffing options, especially early on. You've got Priority and Frost Flurry and Pixie Dust. Technically, Hoodwink also is a Serene Grace flinch option, but it's physical, but you could do that too. Haze is, you know, nice utility. Befriend is Special Charm. Freeze Dry is Freeze Dry, 85 power. That's good with Move Relearner. Other coverage options are Aura Sphere, Focus Blast, Energy Ball, which for some reason Alolan Ninetales doesn't get, but Kanto does. Kind of weird, but yeah, they both get Energy Ball now. Energy Ball, Aura Sphere, Psychic, Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Water Pulse. You guys get the idea. And then you got your Ice and Fairy dual stab, which is good. You've also got some cool strong base power Ice, Psychic and Ghost options. Not Psychic, excuse me, Ghost options specifically because of Ninetales' connection to like spirits and stuff. So I gave them Astral Storm, which is special Ghost type Wicked Blow, which is a cool option pretty early on at 45. So you get a stronger option of a Shadow Ball to like one-shot something with coverage. It's pretty fun. Radiant Outburst is Fairy type Draco Meteor, and then Absolute Zero is special Ice type Wicked Blow, which is the same power as, actually it's weaker than Blizzard. Blizzard is 125. However, you can use Serene Grace Absolute Zero or Magic Bounce Absolute Zero. Meanwhile, with Blizzard, you have to use Snowboarding, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna end the video off here. It'll be a short one, but I really don't think there's too much to talk about. Encore is good. Again, it's versatile, right? All Pokemon in this game are supposed to be versatile, switch between their abilities constantly. You know this if you're 6.5 minutes in, so I'm going to save my breath, and I'm also bulk recording. Last thing I guess I can say is Trailblaze and Ice Spinner are also good, because they give you +1 speed, so you can use those in conjunction with Revelation Dance to get some sweep stuff, or at least get a couple kills in Snowball. Because if you're running Trailblaze or Ice Spinner, you don't have to run Scarf, which means you can do Revelation Dance once or twice, and then switch to a stronger move or a coverage move to Oko something that doesn't add a Revelation Dance. So yeah, thanks for listening, y'all. I'll be back for more coming up.